What's going on, everybody? Yours truly here, and today I'm going to talk about what if EA made an NCAA Basketball 18. Now, a couple weeks I talked about a similar topic about what if 2K made a College Hoops 2K 18. So I wanted to do the same thing with EA since both franchises have a history of college basketball games. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to say that I know that EA will probably never make a NCAA Basketball 18, but this is just my opinion, and if they did, I could see some of these possibilities happening. And with that being said, let's get into the reason why they stopped making the college games in the first place. Now, this isn't the only reason why they stopped making college games, but similar to 2K's problem is the audience for the college basketball games were always small. You got an NBA game coming out, and then a college basketball game that's pretty much the same thing comes out a month later, and both of them is $60. You pick and choose which one do you want, because not everybody has money to spend like that. But let's say this game did happen. One thing I feel like EA would bring to the table when it comes to college basketball: the atmosphere, the fans, the crowd. One thing EA has always been praised for was their atmosphere and their crowd, to bring the crowd alive. And if you watch college basketball games, you know just how crazy a college basketball crowd can get. The student section and just the crowd in general. The fans are into the game from the beginning until the very end. And we all know that 2K has had college in their games for 2 years now, and you only could play college in my career. And when it comes to the atmosphere, it is good. It does feel like you're in college. But just think about EA making a college game dedicated for college with the technology that they have now. Let that sink in. And I know they're not able to make college basketball games now, but a lot of people tend to not like NBA Live nowadays. It's been off for EA these past couple of years with NBA Live 14 through 16, and then they canceled one, and then now they're just waiting until later this year to release NBA Live 18. And it's no telling how good that game's gonna do when it comes to sales. And coming from a person who enjoys both 2K and Live, what if they just skipped Live, put that on hold and just started working on a college basketball game? Yeah, it will be the same as the NBA version, but it's something different. We haven't had a college basketball game on current gen yet with the Xbox One and PS4, so why not them be the first ones to do it if it was possible? But with 2K being the only company releasing NBA games, if EA was just to go to college and bring what they did to NBA Live for college, it would be great, because it'd be something new to the table, something we haven't experienced before in a long time, and I feel like the fan base will grow. It will be larger now than it was back then. Because think about it, back then you had 2 NBA games coming out, and then you had 2 college games coming out. But because NBA games are so rare and 2K is the only one right now, and a lot of people say that 2K is lazy. But just think about it, 2K comes out with their NBA game, a couple months later EA comes out with their college basketball game. And then sometimes people will get bored of the NBA, so they want to hop back into college and play some college basketball, or vice versa. So I feel like it would be a nice direction to go if they had the chance to make a college basketball game. And when it comes to the game modes, we got Rising Star, which is EA's version of My Career, and another couple of fun game modes would be like the All-American game with McDonald's All-American, Jordan Brand Classic, or Under Armour. And the rosters will be made up of the freshmen on current college basketball teams now. They would take place in those games, because on the college games back then they did have the McDonald's All-American game, but you could only play on it if you were doing like a season or dynasty. And moving back to Rising Star, here's the path I think that they need to take in order to really sell this game. So for FIFA 17, what they did was they did have their own version of My Career, except you were already a character. I don't remember his name, and you went through the story of him playing as a kid all the way to making it to the big leagues, I guess, and you went through his trials and tribulations of what it took and stuff like that. So when it would come to the college game of Rising Star, I feel like, all right, you should be able to make how your character looks and give him a name, and start off in high school like they did in NCAA Football 14, and I think the one before that, I'm not too sure, and you could pick how many high school games you wanted to play. Do that so you can play a couple games in high school and then play in the All-American game. But the story could be something like, maybe something happened, you get hurt, and then you get your offers taken away from all those D1 schools, and then you got to start all the way from the bottom, and then you got to, climb your way back up. Of course, you're going to have to play 4 years through college. Eventually you'll get to college, and your freshman year, you'll be at like a JC or a D3, and then, as the years go by, you go up D2. Or depending on how you play determines what kind of offers you'll be getting from other colleges, or if you can have the chance to transfer to that big college, those powerhouse colleges like Duke North Carolina, Syracuse, stuff like that. And it would just be something different. And although this may never happen, I bet if they knew that they had a huge fan support for a game like this, then they might consider making another college basketball game, because I think they actually did a couple years ago at like E3 or whatever. But you know, they probably don't know how big the community can possibly get. But other than that, I mean, it's nothing else. This is only my opinion on what I think could be brought to the game. You know, I know this may never happen, but you know, sometimes it's just good to express your opinions. And if you came across this video and you liked what you've seen, then make sure to leave a like, because it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. And if you didn't like the video, then let me know how I can make it more enjoyable for other people. But other than that, I'm yours truly. I hope you enjoy what I had to talk about, and I'll see you guys next time.
Oh my goodness.